Public service announcement. Can somebody please tell him to stop taking things personal?
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Alfredo.
And this is Britsi.
And it's a Nunez thing, guys. So for those people that are just hopping on this channel, that are just looking at this video, if you're new here, definitely subscribe, guys. We're super excited to bring the value that we have as a married couple, as entrepreneurs who work from home, to the community.
Yes, absolutely. So we're so excited to open up our world. We want to share some, tricks and tips on what we have learned about entrepreneurship, working from home, especially with two small kids.
Guys, aside from our business, we're going to be vlogging. We're going to be showing you our lifestyle. We're going to be showing you what we like to do from our adventurous side.
So this is actually part 3 to a series that we have going on. So if you haven't watched our first or second part, go check it out. Okay, so number 3 for us is to not take things personal, right? And it was difficult, and still today it's sometimes hard to not take things personal, especially when whatever, is being thrown at you or talked about comes from a person that you care about and you love, right? So we understand and we understood that during our journey in entrepreneurship, and still to this day, self-development is crucial in your growth, right? Because you need to always make sure that your mindset is on point. And so in the beginning, when I was learning things, he might not have learned it yet. Or when he learned something, I might not have learned it yet. And in my eagerness and wanting to change and be aware and be better and develop into my best self, I would want to share that with him. And then if I didn't see those things changing in him, then I would point it out. And sometimes, when you're trying to convey or share or tell somebody, like, listen, maybe you should change that up, and maybe you shouldn't speak like that, and maybe you shouldn't say that, or maybe you shouldn't do that, the person can take it personal and can feel like you're judging or like you're pointing fingers at them, and then the conversation doesn't go very smoothly.
We weren't on that same wavelength, right?
That same frequency.
Frequency, right?
Yeah. And I remember, like, he would get super annoyed at me, and he would tell me, like, I can't say anything. And I'm like, it's not that you can't say anything, but I understood that maybe even my delivery wasn't what it should be, right? Because I remember getting super annoyed and frustrated when he would be negative, or when he said something that he shouldn't have said, or do something that maybe he could have done differently, right? And when you're annoyed and frustrated, your delivery, your actions, your attitude isn't always gonna be, the best. So for us, it was definitely a process. So we're going to share 3 tips with you guys on what can actually help you to not take things personal.
All right, guys. So tip number 1, rewrite the story, right? What do I mean by that? Why would you take something that someone is telling you negative when it can be actually a growing experience? If you know that you're a work in progress, why don't you take that event or that situation or that conversation an opportunity to grow? Right? Because we all, like I said, we all know that we're a work in progress. So rewrite the story in your head, right? Just zip it, right? Zip it. Don't say anything and just think about what is going on. Back then, I really didn't understand what she was really trying to do, I guess. But now it's like, okay, she tells me something. Let me sit back. Let me think about my thoughts. Let me really, really think about what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do.
Right.
Because I know what she's telling me is for the better for me. But when you take things personal, then all that goes out the window, guys.
Yeah.
All of that goes out the window, and you start to everything just starts deteriorating. Just everything.
Yeah, because honestly, when you feel attacked, what happens? You get defensive. Yeah. Your guard goes up. Yeah. You're not listening to what the person is saying. You're ready to just attack. You're ready to just respond, right? Yeah. You're ready for the person to finish their sentence so that you can say something, not because you're even listening or paying attention or trying to understand. Tip number 2, train yourself. Now, not taking personal, it takes practice. You have to be intentional, right? So you have to be able to listen more than you actually speak. And you need to also be able to understand before trying to be understood, right? Now, what does this do? This allows for you to lower your ego. And when your ego is not in the picture, then you can actually be open to conversation, be open to whatever it is the person is trying to tell you, and actually take something away from it. Take something positive, take something that can actually make you grow and get to the next level.
Kind of like constructive criticism, right?
Right.
For me, I guess I've always been okay with constructive criticism, but maybe not from my wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, it's different, but look at it like this, right? She's my wife. Obviously, she has my best interest at heart.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
Then tip number 3, you have the power to accept or reject whatever they are telling you, right? You're the one that gives it meaning. You're the deciding factor of whether you're gonna let it affect you negatively or positively.
Right. So you decide, right? Am I willing to receive this information, or do I not want to hear it? Because, at the end of the day, there are people that are super negative, and whatever it is that they're telling you, might not help you in any way, shape, or form, right? Either way, you're not going to take it personal. So guys, in summary of all 3 videos, these are the top 3 things that have actually allowed us to make things work. So number 1, take responsibility. Number 2, compromise. And number 3, don't take things personal.
All right, guys, so question of the day, you know how we do. We like to hear from you guys. So what are your personal tips on staying away from taking things personal? Definitely comment below. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to these videos, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like it, right? If you do like it, of course. And make sure that you click that notification bell so that you know the next time that we post a video, all right, guys? So again, we love you all. This is Alfredo, this is Britsi, it's a Nunez thing, and peace!
God bless.
What is going on? Nah, I don't like how I just licked my lips right now. I think I'm LL Cool J. What is going on? Experience. We're an experience. No? I'm such an ass. Alright, ready? People are probably watching. I was like, look at these asses.